we have to increase water productivity. The question that is floating around during these meetings is that we have to produce more food with less water. It's not a new issue, but if we have to increase of enough the water productivity, we have to manage a complex situation. This first slide is just to address how complex it could be the way to manage an effective improvement of water productivity in agriculture. We have to take care of different aspects, put it together, keep it in balance, and then we will have a stable, sustainable increase of water productivity. So the first message I want to deliver to you is really complicated. It's not matter just to have more production with a bit less of water. This is not really the sustainability we are looking for. The Commission, more or less the European Commission, 1 year ago, published this study from Bioecologic when I work on it, and there is a list of the way we can use as an approach to improve the water productivity in agriculture, but no one of these could be effective alone. The most interesting are the technological innovation. Of course, the deficit irrigation strategies we are already applying, decrease soil evaporation, precise irrigation scheduling is a new key word all over the world. We are trying to deliver to end user, to the farmer, the way to manage this complex situation through a precise irrigation scheduling. Reduce runoff and percolation, but mainly a holistic approach to all the inputs. And, of course, water use. But what is the main issue? The main issue is that no one of the new technology we could invent is a panacea. No one of the technology applied alone could really improve in a sustainable way the water productivity and let the irrigated agriculture step forward. So the real challenge nowadays is to put several technology together and to create a flexible system able to obtain the maximum of each single technology in balance with other information, source of information constraint, in balance with the environment. We are now able to use in the field a lot of new technology, really precise, sensing system that comes from robotics, mechatronics, and so on. Small drone able to fly into a greenhouse and take images of the plant and send it directly to analyze the system, able to say how much is grew the plant today, or to analyze the color to know if there is stress or not. How this kind of information can be put together in order to have a useful information that farmer could use to make sustainable its water use. We have already in place several decision support system and model that are able to drive the management of the irrigation at the farm level and also district level. Many of them are already applied in large areas, some of them is still developing, but still is not enough. If we know how to manage the plant, a single crop, the single field, or even a small district, is still not enough, because this kind of model are not able to effectively interact with the sensing system we are putting in place. Who is using, for instance, satellite remote sensing is not able to manage such kind of model. And most of these models, let me say all, these models are not able to make use of satellite images. And we are going into a more precise irrigation. We are working with a tractor-mounted sensing system that could in real time have information, are already able to manage pesticide, nutrients, why not water. And we are going into a sub-field management. The real improvement is not to consider a large field as a unit, but to start working with different areas that have similar conditions, so are real physical units. This is another challenge, because how can the farmer manage such diversity without an effective support? What kind of support? The precise irrigation that is now on shelf normally rely on one single technology and one single sensing system when the sensing system is in place. It's like to try to watch the world through a keyhole. What you will see is just perhaps a very detailed or I don't know, but it's just a part of the real world. What is the challenge nowadays? The challenge is capturing multi-sourcing data, make use of a lot of information, transferring this data and manage this information in order to make it available for the end user. But not only for the end user, but also for the policymaker, the decision makers, the water agency, that frequently don't know nothing about the complexity of the system. They know only about their own part of the system. We are talking about a real multidisciplinary system. And I just listed the science we are using in our FIGARO project, starting from irrigation technology through the hydraulic engineering with the conveyance system, soil science, agrometeorology, hydrology, math and modeling, ICT, economy, agronomy. Agronomy, of course, we have to take care of our crops, and why not the environmental science to take care also of the agro ecosystem. This is the way to approach a complex biological reality, a complex biological system as irrigated agriculture is. What are the bottlenecks? The bottlenecks are the same since at least decades. Farms have to comply with a lot of environmental constraints, rules. They have a strong market pressure. They have to deliver a defined quality and quantity. The contracts are not so in favor of farmer. And the complexity is increasing. What we want to do with the knowledge-based irrigation management is customize it in a real way in order to correctly set up the sensing scheme. Frequently the sensing scheme is prepared for a reality that doesn't match really the field of the district. So targets and constraints must be clearly defined before at field scale, not after the sensing scheme or the public service provide a monitoring service that is not really matching what are the needs of the sustainable agriculture in the area. And we want to ensure still increasing level of high quality yield, because it's the only way to let the farmer accept and apply this new technology. They are making investment, and this investment must be paid back. So they have to earn more money, or at least to have more business opportunities applying this kind of approach. So clear target and quantified objective are really important to prove that the undertaken innovation have a positive impact. And every system, when I have to match so complex reality, must be flexible, customizable. Tools must be able to manage effectively the agro ecosystem and help to solve the problem related to the cropping complexity. What we have to do, we have to create a platform. This is the project of FIGARO, to have a platform that have two main components. The first one relates to the, let's say, the physical measurements. We have the sensing from a remote drone or satellite or whatever else. But there is also, besides, something we have to take into account into the platform. That is, for instance, the meteor forecast. Farmers do it. While information we provide have to skip this important part, crop profitability. We must be able to inform if the action they are undertaking will profit or not. Water governance. It's quite simple. If the farmer is suggested to make use of water in a specific moment, but water is not available, it's really a wrong suggestion. We are providing to the end user. And ecology is really important, at least for the European Commission. We have to take care also of the ecological impact. We have to analyze, we have to recombine all the information through a model and then deliver it as a simple, understandable information for the end user. We are developing this kind of approach, and we are testing our prototypes in two climatic areas, let's say the North European humid climate, where irrigation is less necessary but more and more applied, and the Mediterranean climate from subhumid to the very arid. And the project structure, there is a very strong partnership, let me say, I'm happy to work with excellence in the sector. We are working with several components, the so-called our task that we are preparing, and each task is delivering a component of the platform. And if you go into the slide, you will find the same multidisciplinarity we presented before. So, in conclusion, on the research level, and also at the farm level nowadays, it's possible to look even at the individual plant productivity and performances. Irrigation technology are mature enough to support precise, knowledge-based irrigation management. This is really a positive message. The value of information technology to the farmer is frequently too marginal to be economically viable. This is the negative message. When we are so developed, so good, we are working in the marginal part of the economic profit, so we have to increase this profit. However, rising cropping costs and increasingly limited access to water resources are the new drivers that will make maximizing the productivity of every drop crucial, also in Northern Europe. In areas that are traditionally rich in water, the competition of water users and the less and less